10 smart strategies to avoid loss in intraday trading. It's found that beginners lose 100% money within days or months. So, how can we stop that or how can we educate them? Well, we know the fact 90% traders lose money in intraday trading as per the stats and 10% make profit. Have you ever thought why these 10% traders make profit and others don't? Understand, guys, they have learned a lot of lessons in their trading life. Today, I'm going to share one of my learned lessons to avoid loss from my trading experience. Note, this video is for educational purpose only and the points are my personal experience and opinion. You can add or minus any points as per your requirements. So, the first strategy would be virtual trading or paper trading. Yes, the common mistake all the beginners and myself did was that we used to put the money initially and we used to lose all the money within days or within months. Only way to avoid this type of mistake is to start virtual trading or paper trading. Virtual trading is nothing but playing stock market games where they give you virtual cash of, for example, 1 lakh rupees, where you can buy and sell those stocks and shares and see if you're able to make profit or loss. Paper trading is more like a old school type of trading where you write everything on a paper. For example, buying a stock at 100 rupees and selling at 102. So these two methods can be used for the beginners when you start your trading career. So by doing this, what happens is that you don't lose your hard-earned real money, and you get time to understand why are you making mistake. In case of real money, when you make a mistake within days or within weeks, you lose all the 100% of money and you won't have a chance again to come back to stock market to learn why you have made a mistake because you don't have cash anymore to invest. So understanding those ideas, I have decided that one of my strategy which I use for most of the beginners is virtual trading and paper trading. By this method, most of the people can practice, test, and once they get the confidence, then they can decide whether they need to put money or not. So the next strategy would be one trade per day. Yes, the common mistake which I did and most of the beginners who do is we do a lot of over trading. We don't know when to stop. Even though we get a trade of profit or we get the trade of loss, we keep on trading till the 320 or 330 market time is done. We keep on trading in intraday. We buy, we sell, we buy, we sell, and there is no limit. End of the day, you may end up in profit or you may end up in loss, but end of the day, you pay maximum amount to the brokerage. So in order to avoid such things and bring discipline, what I followed is I trade only one trade per day. Let it be a loss or let it be a profit. I'm going to do one single trade with my strategy, and if it's giving a profit, I will stop. If it's giving me a loss, I will stop for the day, because I have an opportunity the next day where I can again trade. There is no end for trading. So you have a next day in trading, so you can wait and then trade the next day rather than doing all the trades in a single day and end up paying brokerage to the broker firms, and end of the day you get frustrated, you're wasting your time. So this is one of the discipline which I follow, where you need to keep one trade per day and avoid over trading. So the third strategy would be using a stop loss. Yes guys, stop loss is very important in intraday trading. Okay, I understood the importance of stop loss only when I lost my most of my money when I was a beginner. Nobody used to tell me what is a stop loss. Nobody told me what is the importance of it. Later when I lost money and I wanted to know how can I stop losing that money, that is when I learned what is stop loss, right? When you're a beginner, you may feel that what is stop loss and why do I need a stop loss, but definitely one day you will understand stop loss is something which will stop your loss, okay, when things go against you. For example, you have a trade and you have kept a stop loss of 5% or 3% or 2%, and the stop loss hits at the 2% and you made a 2% loss for the day. You have an opportunity to trade tomorrow and you can make a profit. Maybe today was a bad day, it went against you because of some bad news in the global bad news. The stocks fell and you made a 2% loss, but still you have a 98% capital which can be used for tomorrow's trading. But in case, imagine you don't put a stop loss and the stock fell 50% down, what you can do, 50% of your money is gone, or maybe 100% down. So 100% of your cash is gone and you cannot trade tomorrow. So you need to understand stop loss is something which will stop the losses beyond your control. Okay, so if you are thinking a stock will go 1% up, or maybe it may go 1% down, if it's going against you, it needs to be stopped somewhere, because your mind won't work when stock starts falling. That is when the stop loss will really help you out, and it will give you a second chance to trade. So always use a stop loss based on your strategy, but end of the day use a stop loss so that you can trade even tomorrow. So the fourth strategy would be avoiding emotions. Yes, emotions such as greediness and sentiments. Greediness is an emotion which impacts 90% of our traders, even me, including me. When I was a beginner, greediness was a very difficult emotion which I couldn't overcome in my trading. The day you overcome greediness is the day you're going to overcome losses in stock market. So once you start avoiding this greediness, for that you need to make up your mind. You need to do a lot of homework to make up your mind to avoid this greediness, and it's very difficult, guys. It takes a lot of years, maybe, or maybe months or years, depending on your mind control. You can avoid this particular disadvantage of greediness. So start avoiding greediness in your trading, and definitely profits will follow you. Apart from that, do not keep any sentiments towards the stock. If you're invested in a stock, or if you're following a stock for a year or 2 years, don't have the sentiments, this is my stock, I don't want to exit right now. Whenever you see a profit, hit that profit and just escape. Do not wait for the stock will go up, or this is a stock which I have invested, I don't want it to lose it even though it's falling. Decide, just make profit. We are following stock just to make profit. It's just a human created stuff. So learn to make profit. Just exit and go with the next stock, or see which stock gives you profit. So do not get attached to any of the stock or stock market stuffs. So the fifth strategy would be backup capital. We know that we are trading in intraday, and definitely we have a chance to make 5%, 10% profit per day, and end of the month you can make 100% or 50% profit. But always understand, when you make 50% profit or 100% profit, also you have a chance of making 50% loss or 100% loss. So how do you secure yourself in intraday trading? What is that insurance type of thing that we can do in intraday trading is by creating a backup capital. For example, you have a capital of 25,000. When you get a profit of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, save it up to 25,000 within months, 2 months or 3 months or 6 months. Save 25,000 and keep that 25,000. Take the 25,000 out and keep it in your bank account. So tomorrow, in any bad situation, if you lose all your 100% money of trading, you can put this 25,000 and do the normal trading what you were doing, with new lessons learned in your trading life. So always create a backup capital. I would recommend to create at least one backup capital, and it's up to you if you want to create 2 backup capitals or 3 backup capitals. It's up to you. So think and create one backup capital if you are an intraday trader. That is very important. Do not just utilize this money for just partying or just buying stuff, or just to don't do any commitments with intraday trading money. First do a backup capital and then decide what you want to do with your money, whether save, enjoy, do whatever, but always create a backup. So the sixth strategy would be fixed targets. Okay, one common mistake we all do is, and what I did initially was that I didn't know what was the target in mind. The target should be in your mind, or you need to put the target and keep. That is very important, guys, because when we enter a trade, the trade keeps on moving up or down, against you or with you, but you should know when to end it up. Sometimes the stock goes up and you'll be waiting and the stock will start coming down. So fix a proper target in your mind. For example, in my videos, if you see 0.3% targets, 0.5% targets, 1% targets, 2% targets, so you need to plan this target and set this target in the stock and just leave it. You need to have a mind control. You need to just leave it. If the stock triggers the target is done for the day, you're happy for the day. That was a target for the day. For example, 100 rupees or 500 rupees or 1000 or 10,000 rupees is a target for the day. That is done for the day, and you're not trading about that. So fix a proper target in your mind or in the stock. Place a order of target, and once that is done, just exit. Do not wait for anything. So keeping target is like just keeping a stop loss, where you need to stop your loss, you need to stop your profit. So a day trader mistake, what a day trader mistake he does is that he doesn't keep a target, and the stock goes up, and sometimes it comes down end of the day. So keep a target and try to make consistent profit rather than making profit loss. So the seventh strategy would be create and follow rules. Yes, guys, you need to create some rules from the learnings you have done. When you would have done paper trading and virtual trading, there should be a lot of rules which you have based on your trading style. You need to create your rules. Rules may differ for each and every one, but based on your style, you need to create rules. For example, rule is that I'm going to do one trade per day. Yes, this is a rule. I'm going to write the rule. Next is I'm not gonna after this target, point 3 is my target. After this I'm not trading, so that is one of the rule. I'm not going to be greedy, that is one of the rule. I'm going to trade at this time to this time only, that is one of the rule. Write all these rules and keep, and before you trade, for example, before you enter into market before 9:15 or something, just open this paper or something, just read it out, these rules, so that these things are in your mind. Because in intraday you need to be very quick. You should decide whether you need to trade or not, whether you should know you should enter a stock or should I wait, should I exit. So this is very important in intraday trading. So your mind should run very fast, and during that time you may do a lot of mistakes. To avoid those mistakes, you need to remember your rules and things which you have learned earlier. So if you write it down these rules in a paper, and whenever before you start trading for the day, just read it out once so that it will be fresh in your mind and you won't do those mistakes again and again. So for an intraday trader, I would suggest always read this rule every day before you trade to make that profit. So the eighth strategy would be follow strategies. Yes. When I say strategy, strategy is nothing but it's a plan. A plan, pre-planned for doing a trade to make a profit. For example, buying at this particular time, for example, buying at 9:30 and selling at 10 o'clock is a strategy. Or buying when a candle is green, or two candles green, or three candle is green is a strategy. Or using few indicators, and when it gives a signal and that is when I have to buy, or when it breaks out I need to buy, that is a strategy. So whichever strategy you're following in Google or YouTube, or whichever channel you're watching, whichever strategy you're following, always follow the strategy. That is when a strategy becomes 80 to 90% accurate. The most common mistake we do is before the strategy gives us a signal, we go buy it, assuming the strategy will give a signal, and we jump into conclusions. So if the strategy is not giving a signal for the day, if it's not breaking out for the day, then don't trade for the day, because strategy will work only as per the rule of the strategy. So if you don't go follow the rules, definitely you won't end up in profit. There are sometimes in fluke you may get profit, but always follow the strategy. And if the strategy is not giving a signal to do buy and sell, then do not trade for the day. There is nothing wrong if you don't trade. We are not here to trade every day. We are here only to make profit. So understanding that maturity, you need to wait and then trade the next day. So always follow the strategy. Don't go against the strategy and try to make the strategy 90 to 100%. So the ninth strategy would be blame yourself. Yes, one common mistake which all do and which I did when I was a beginner is that whenever I made a loss, I used to blame the market, I used to blame the person who gave me the strategy, or I used to blame my friend who used to give me the buy and sell call. So we have thousand reason to blame someone, and we keep blaming and we keep making losses. But the day when you blame yourself, today I made a loss and I blame myself, it's because of my mistake. And tomorrow if I'm making a loss, I'm going to blame myself again, and that is when I'm going to realize that I have a problem and not the trading. So that is when you will start thinking, and that is when you will overcome what is the mistakes you are doing, and that is when you will start growing in trading life cycle. The reason I tell you don't blame others is because we are the ones who choose to trade, we are the ones who choose to learn from their strategies, and we are the ones who choose to take calls from our friends. So we need to blame ourselves because the moves which we are doing will impact on us. So learn to blame yourself. That is when you will learn faster. Self realization is very important in the market. The day you understand yourself and understand your mistakes, that is when you will overcome that, and that is when you will grow strong in intraday trading. The 10th strategy would be stop gambling and start learning. A very important point I would like to make to all my subscribers is that we consider, or we, even though we don't consider, we trade like gambling. Initially, when I used to trade, I used to just buy and sell stock considering I'll make a profit. So whenever I used to make a loss, I should say trading is not for us. Trading means only loss. 90% of traders make losses. Why do 90% of the traders make losses? Because they don't know what is trading. One thing I would like to tell you guys is we study almost 18 to 20 or 22 years or maybe 25 years we study. We just study to get a degree or a master's. We take a master's and we go work in a different companies for 15,000, 25,000, 35,000, etc. We work for that money by learning 20, almost an average of 20 years a person will study to make such money. When you have invested almost so much of money, so much of time of 20 years to get that 15,000 monthly or 30, keep it 50,000 monthly. In trading, you put 10,000 rupees and you want 5,000 within a month. So do you think this is logical? So what is lacking here? Why is it 90% people are making mistake? They're just putting money and they won't profit. When they see losses, they quit trading. And the 10% people come back, try again and again, see what are their mistakes. They do paper trading and see what has gone wrong. They overcome that, they create rules, and later they come back so strongly that they know every technical part. They know why market goes up, they know when market goes down. Keeping all these things in mind, they trade safely and make that profit, and they come into the 10% category. So you now decide, are you the part of the gambling or are you the part of learning? How much have you invested? How much time have you invested in learning in trading? If you have invested a lot of time and if you're not making a loss, then it's a different situation. But if you're not invested any time in learning and if you're making a loss, that is the truth. So what are you waiting for? Stop gambling and go out, learn from Google, learn from YouTube, learn each and everything from every person you see. Don't consider competitors nothing. Just learn from everybody. Let it be your student or let it be your professor. Learn from everyone. Just build your knowledge, because market keeps changing. You need to keep upgrading. You need to be a little smart. To do a lot of smart work, you need to do a lot of hard work background. You need to learn first what is the market. You should learn what are the techniques, what are the indicators, what are the fundamentals. Once you know all this, you can create your own techniques and smart ways of making profits. That is when you can become a smart trader. Hard work will lead you to smart work. Okay, so by saying these words, I hope you guys got a good message from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please do hit that subscribe button and like button for this video, and also share this video to all your friends so that it brings a change in their life. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Bye bye.